Jonathan Miller, the millionaire CEO of Miller Industries, stepped into the parking lot, ready to head home after a long day. As he approached his sleek black BMW, a high-pitched voice cut through the silence. "Shut up and don't say a word." Jonathan froze, the keys still in his hand. The voice had come from inside his car. He peered through the tinted windows and saw a 7-year-old black girl huddled in the back seat, her wide eyes filled with fear. "They're listening," she whispered, pointing discreetly toward the corporate building behind him. "Your partner and his blonde wife. They said you'd be here now." Jonathan's heart raced. He was 52 years old and had built his company from the ground up, turning it into a technology giant valued at $200 million. He had trusted his partner, Marcus Williams, for 15 years, and his executive assistant, Diana Foster, for a decade. But now, everything felt precarious. "How did you get into my car?" he asked quietly, sliding into the driver's seat without making any sudden movements. "The cleaning lady left it open when she left." "I hid because I saw them talking about you upstairs," the girl explained, her small frame trembling. "They said that tomorrow you won't be the owner of anything anymore." Jonathan's blood ran cold. Tomorrow was the day of the meeting with Japanese investors for a $400 million merger, an event meticulously organized by Marcus and Diana. "What else did you hear?" he pressed, trying to keep his voice steady. "That you're very stupid and you're going to sign some papers without reading them properly," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. The blonde woman laughed and said that the day after tomorrow, "You'll have to look for another job." Jonathan felt a mix of anger and something surprisingly close to pride. This child had risked her safety to warn a stranger about a betrayal. "What's your name?" he asked. "Jasmine," she replied. "And yours is Jonathan Miller because I heard them say it 1,000 times. Are you going to turn me in to the police now?" For the first time in weeks, Jonathan smiled genuinely. "No, Jasmine. In fact, you may have saved everything I've built." Through the rearview mirror he saw the office lights going out one by one. Marcus and Diana were likely coming down now, confident that tomorrow would be the day they finally got rid of him. What they didn't know was that a millionaire CEO had just found the most unlikely ally. As he drove away from the building, Jonathan began to formulate a plan. But why would a 7-year-old risk everything to save a man she didn't even know? The answer to that question would change not only her life but also her entire perspective on justice. 20 minutes later, they were sitting in an empty diner. Jasmine devoured a hamburger while Jonathan pretended to drink his cold coffee. His cell phone vibrated. A message from Marcus flashed on the screen. "Ready for tomorrow, buddy? The Japanese are going to love our proposal. You're going to retire rich." Jonathan showed the screen to Jasmine, who laughed softly. "He's got some nerve, doesn't he? He's lying to your face and still putting on a happy face." "Marcus has always been like that. Charming, convincing," Jonathan replied, typing a friendly response while masking the anger boiling inside him. "Diana knows my schedule better than I do. She has access to everything in the company, and they're going to fool you tomorrow." Jasmine looked at him, her eyes sparkling with intelligence. "They think you're stupid, but you're not, are you?" Jonathan smiled, feeling something he hadn't felt in years, hope mixed with determination. "No, I'm not." His cell phone rang again. It was Marcus, no doubt wanting to confirm some last-minute detail. Jonathan answered in the friendliest voice he could muster. "Jonathan, I'm glad you got there. Diana and I are here finishing up the last preparations. The Japanese are going to be impressed with our organization." "I'm great, Marcus. I can't wait to see how it all unfolds." "It'll be perfect," Jonathan replied, masking his true feelings. After hanging up, Jasmine watched him closely. "You're planning something, aren't you? Your eyes look different." Jonathan felt a surge of confidence. "Yes, Jasmine. I'm going to turn the tables on them." The next morning, Jonathan woke up with a clarity of mind he hadn't felt in months. Jasmine was sleeping on the couch, wrapped in a blanket he had found in the closet. He watched her for a moment, realizing how much she had changed the course of his life. His cell phone vibrated again. A message from Diana read, "Good morning, boss. I've been at the office since 5 o'clock, getting everything ready. The Japanese are arriving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You just need to trust me and sign where I tell you, as always. Jonathan felt a bitter smile creep across his face. The same Diana who had worked extra to ensure he lost everything was pretending to be a devoted assistant. Are you ready? He asked Jasmine, who sat up, her eyes shining with determination. Yes. Let's do this. At 2 o'clock sharp, Jonathan entered the conference room, where Marcus and Diana were already organizing stacks of documents. Jonathan, glad you're here, Marcus said, beaming. The Japanese are on their way, and everything is perfect. Sure, Marcus, Jonathan replied calmly. But first, I wanted to show you something interesting I found out last night. As he connected his laptop to the projector, Marcus and Diana exchanged quick glances, their smiles faltering. The screen lit up with detailed spreadsheets showing bank transfers, dates, and amounts, $5.3 million embezzled over 2 years. Jonathan, what is this? Diana asked, her voice trembling. Private? You really think I built a $200 million company without learning how to protect my interests? Jonathan shot back. Gabriel Torres entered the room, carrying a box of files. Marcus and Diana, you're under arrest for embezzlement, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit corporate fraud. As the handcuffs clicked around Marcus's wrists, he shouted, This won't stand. I'll destroy you. Jonathan remained calm. Marcus, you've already tried to destroy me. The difference is that I'm better at it than you are. Jasmine stood beside Jonathan, her small hand gripping his tightly. Are they really going to jail? She asked. Yes, Jasmine. For a long time, Jonathan replied, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. As the police escorted Marcus and Diana out, Jonathan realized that sometimes the greatest gift betrayal can give you is showing you who truly deserves your trust. Months later, Jonathan sat in his new office, watching the city bustle below from the 20th floor. Miller Industries had grown by 40% since Marcus and Diana's arrest, finally free of the parasites that had drained its resources. Jasmine, now 12, was the honorary president of a scholarship program for vulnerable children, personally choosing beneficiaries and mentoring others. Do you know what the best day of my life was? Jasmine asked during the program's anniversary dinner. What was it? Jonathan replied, The day I got in your car and decided to trust you. Because that day, I wasn't just saving your company, I was saving our family. Jonathan smiled, looking at the girl who had become his daughter and his greatest source of pride. Marcus and Diana had tried to destroy everything he had built, but they had inadvertently given him the greatest gift of his life, the chance to discover that family isn't just blood, it's also courage, loyalty, and unconditional love. In the end, Jonathan learned that true revenge isn't about destroying those who betray you. It's about building something so beautiful and powerful that their betrayal becomes nothing more than a footnote in the story of your success. As the years passed, Jonathan and Jasmine continued to thrive. Miller Industries became a beacon of innovation and integrity in the tech world. Jonathan established mentorship programs for young entrepreneurs, ensuring that the next generation would learn the importance of trust and vigilance in business. Jasmine, now a teenager, took her role as honorary president seriously. She often spoke at schools and community centers, sharing her story and encouraging other children to stand up for what is right. Her experiences had shaped her into a compassionate leader, and she was determined to make a difference. One day, as they sat together in Jonathan's office, Jasmine looked at him with a serious expression. Dad, do you think we'll ever see Marcus and Diana again? Jonathan paused, reflecting on the question. I don't know, Jasmine. But what I do know is that we've built something strong together. Their actions taught us valuable lessons about trust and resilience. Jasmine nodded, her eyes shining with determination. And we'll keep making sure that no one else gets hurt like we did. Jonathan smiled, feeling a swell of pride. Exactly. We'll always stand up for what's right, no matter the cost. As they looked out over the city, Jonathan realized that the unexpected ally he had found in Jasmine had not only saved his company but had also given him a family he never knew he needed. Together, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united by love, trust, and the unbreakable bond they had forged through adversity.